The right wing has been going berserk about there is going to be the IRS into your bank account. The IRS is coming after you. If you have $600 in your bank account, watch out. The IRS is looking for you when it's nowhere close to the truth. But you know what? A lot of times those type of statements cauterize themselves and become a reality to many. Well, let's go ahead and dispel that rumor. The reality is what we're trying to do is collect money owed by wealthy people who have been living as parasites on us all. Check this out.
Mr. Secretary, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. So, in the New York Times reporting and in others that I know you've seen, there's this hysterical language about monitoring our bank accounts. The IRS is going to be monitoring our bank accounts if we have more than $600 in them, which is to say all of our bank accounts every day, every transaction being watched by the IRS. Is that what you're proposing?
No, it's not what we're proposing. What we're proposing is making sure that our tax system is fair. What we know today is that wealthy Americans are less likely to pay taxes. For example, the top 1% of earners in our country underpay taxes each year by more than $150 billion each year. They don't make money the way that the woman who works in advertising does, or a teacher, or a longshoreman does. Each one of those people get a W-2 at the end of the year that's sent to them and also sent to the IRS. It allows us to verify how much money they made and how much in taxes they need to pay. The wealthy, on the other hand, make money by selling assets, by collecting capital gains, by putting together complex structures like partnerships that allow them to sell those assets for $2 million, put that money in their bank account, and tell the IRS that they only made $100,000. The president's proposal ensures that we can find out about that money that these wealthy individuals are storing in their bank accounts by collecting two pieces of information each year. One is how much money went into a bank account and how much money came out of it. That allows us to fundamentally make the system more fair so the wealthy are forced to pay their fair share.
The audience, we all just learned exactly what this does. This requires exactly two additional pieces of information about bank accounts. The IRS is already getting one piece of information on every bank account, and that is how much interest did that bank account pay this year. Every bank account in America reports that to the IRS. And now you're saying you want the bank to also report what's the total amount of money that went into the account, what's the total amount of money that was taken out of the account. That is the entirety of the proposal.
And that's what we want to collect once each year, Lawrence. And it not only helps us find the money that the wealthy aren't paying, but it also will help us reduce the chances that people who get a W-2 each year, that woman in advertising, are audited, because we're able to validate that the money you reported to the IRS is the money that went into your account and that you didn't have any large amounts going in for some other reason.
There's also in the information that the Treasury's put out about it, and the administration's intent on this, and you can direct the IRS to handle the information this way, is you have no intention of actually using this information in any way, in any enforcement procedure, involving any tax returns of less than $400,000 of personal income.
The president has made a commitment that our goal is to collect the money from those individuals who are wealthy in this country who are not paying their fair share. This isn't about raising taxes. This is simply about collecting the taxes that people owe. And we're focused on collecting taxes from the wealthy because they're the least likely to pay their taxes in this country today, because we don't have a way for verifying how they're selling their assets and how much money they're making from it. The president's proposal fixes that.
And so this is an enforcement tool, and really it's a computer enforcement tool. This is going to have these numbers reported from computers to other computers at the IRS, and the computers at the IRS looking at tax filers who make over $400,000 a year. They're going to look at those cash flow numbers in the bank accounts and see if there's something weird about it. And if there's something weird about it, that will trigger that return being pushed out onto the assembly line there in an IRS return center for another look. And it doesn't mean that there's an audit that's going to happen after that. It's just one of the trigger devices that can pop a tax return out for further examination.
Lawrence, for the people who pay their taxes on a regular basis, this will reduce the chances that they are audited, and it'll allow us to see information on those people who have been trying to hide money from the IRS going forward. As you said earlier, it's 2 pieces of information we collect annually on a form that your bank already sends to the IRS, and it's information that your bank is already collecting. How much money went into your account and how much money came out of your account each year.
For the first time ever reading a New York Times account of a tax proposal, I just couldn't quite believe what I was reading. And so we immediately went to work, the Last Word staff, starting Monday with the Treasury, about what is going on here. And I appreciate all the clarifications we've gotten, and I'm sure the audience appreciates the clarification you've delivered tonight. Deputy Secretary of the Treasury, Wally Adeyemo, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Wally Adeyemo cleared it all up. Don't believe the lies that the right wing or they're putting out there. And it's funny because this only affects these rich people that the right wing somehow believe they have something in common with, right? And that's who they are supporting as far as lying to you, letting you believe like there is no reason for us to look into these bank accounts. Guess what? All of you who make your money getting a wage, you get a W-2. That W-2 is actually gone directly to the IRS. Why shouldn't rich people have the same type of scrutiny on their own income as well? This is a fraud. The advertising or the ads that are put out there to make it seem as if the Biden administration is after your checking account is nothing but a lie. Remember education. Remember awareness. Remember insightfulness, and knowing things is a lot better than what ignorance allows you to do against your own best benefits. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number 1, subscribe to our channel, and number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.